The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the April 13th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, well, we've got you covered there too. You can always send me an email. Steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Mixed bag out here, kind of normal. The mixed bag says the Dow's off 175 points while the S&P is up 3. NASDAQ's up 109. Russell's off 22. Semis are down 28. Trainers are down 175. New York Stock Exchange off 55. Wilshire's up 20. A mixed bag out here for sure. Fixed spot volatility index is flat. It's down 2 pennies. Gold is not flat. It's up nearly 1% or $14. Silver is up 56 pennies. And I bring the mic closer. Can try to, but my back. Okay, so hopefully this helps. You got light sweet crude up 44 cents, natural gas up 6 pennies. Looks like it is trying to get a change in trend signal out there. 30-year treasuries at almost up 1 full point. 25-30 seconds trade out at 157.02. The leader to the upside is MicroStrategy up $100 or 13%. Novacure 55, 42%. Tesla 39, almost 6%. Amazon 35, Shopify 22. To the downside, it's Booking Holdings off $19, less than 1%. Oncology Pharma off 31%, $11. Scott's Miracle-Gro down $10. Chipotle off 9. So plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's begin by taking a look at. Let's switch these charts up a bit. Stop sharing. Share the screen. Let's get over here. Here's our 4-panel daily time frame equity future contracts. So we're taking a look at the daily to understand what it's communicating to us. If we just pull the ES back just a bit, the last time that we had a top out here was a TD9 count top. And that was back on the trading session of February 16th. At least that's the one we're looking at. And what you can see is that led to a test of breakout support. That's the 3750 level. So if we ever do get a top in here, confirmed top, and you get a close below the oscillator unchanged line, we'll have profile levels to look at, which we can do momentarily, but the eventual price target would be the breakout level. Price pulling back to a breakout. That's normal. So far, everything that's taken place in the ES Mini is normal. Now, this did also form a TD9 count. It did it on April the 8th. I believe that was last Thursday. Price closed above it on Friday, negating that pattern. And it continues to move higher. There's nothing bearish about the ES Mini as we take a look at the chart right now. Now, if we get a bearish reversal candle today, that would generate a sell the D point. The question would be, is price below the oscillator and change line at 40.83? So, in the ES Mini, no top whatsoever, no topping pattern. There is an A to B equals CD pattern, but we have to wait for the bearish reversal candle. Otherwise, price will just continue to gravitate higher. If we take a look at the NQ, today is the day following bar number 9 of its TD9 count. So whatever the high is today in the NQ, if you begin seeing price trade above it, but just trade above it isn't good enough. It needs to actually close above it. So if tomorrow you see a close above whatever today's high is in the NQ, what it's communicating to you is it's not going south, it's going north. It also has an A to B equals CD pattern. We can take a look at that price extension. I think it's in a 13.9 something area, but we're 13.924 right now. The Dow. So the Dow equity future contract actually is confirming right now, as we speak, a 3 drive to a top pattern. I've got to imagine Larry has pointed this out. I haven't listened to his shows, haven't had a chance to, but I got to believe that he has pointed that out. So we have divergence here. The ES Mini right now at 1:11 in the afternoon is saying, I'm headed higher, Steve-O. There's no top. The NQ is definitely saying that, saying, hey, but caution. I've got a TD9 count top. The Dow, 3 drive to a top. That is as long as there is a bearish reversal candle that completes today. And a close below its oscillator and change line, which is 33,603, gives us that bearish message. So back to the call yesterday from Brent, who was asking the question, and looking at the 4 equity future contracts, which one would be the one that seems to have the best signal to go short? We took a look and said that would be the Russell 2000, the bottom panel. We suggested that for 2 reasons. One, this already has an existing top in place. It hasn't been taken out, whereas in the others, they have. Price is below that oscillator and change line, so we know that that can act as a level of resistance. That's at 2246. So to further follow up on that question, right now at 1:12 in the afternoon, the answers would be the Dow and the Russell 2000 if these markets are going to get moving to the downside. But we don't have that clue, or I don't believe we have that clue just yet. Well, how would we get that clue? Now, this is going to be interesting. How do I do this? There we go. I'll move this over here to this main screen. I'm going to go back and share a different screen now. This is taking a look at just the 30-minute time frame. Whoops, that didn't work. Okay, Steve-O, I don't need to chat. Now, how do you close that? Sorry about that, folks. Share the screen. I believe we shared this one. There you go. So now you should see the 4 equity future contracts for their 30-minute time frame. The ES Mini, we can see earlier this morning we get a confirmed Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, pushes price back, doesn't really find any kind of level of support or anything. The NQ on a 30-minute basis, there is no bearish pattern out here. Get rid of that. If I take a look at the Russell 2000, it is weak. So the Dow, we point out the Dow. You can see right now the Dow is testing a breakout level, and that's 33,454. So to go along with our conclusion that the 2 indices that are the weakest are the Dow from a pattern standpoint, the Dow and the Russell 2000, the Dow would give you that confirming message with 2 consecutive closes on a 30-minute basis below 33,454. That's the level that is being tested right now. So that's what I would be watching for. If we do get a close below that, or 2 consecutive closes below that, what does that mean? So that's a great question. What that would mean from a technical standpoint is the following. If we take a look at the Dow equity future contract, let me try to do this. Come on. There we go. Ooh, the profile went away. Well, okay, it was trying to form a new profile out here. And I think I got rid of that 3 drive. No, there it is. So there's your 3 drive to a top pattern. Just take a look at swing points from February 25th. The next one, 15 bars, was to March 18th. And then the next 15-bar pattern took us to the high on April 9th. Here we get this bearish reversal candle closed below 33,504. That would suggest that price could target the 32,821, 32,897 level. Steve Rhodes with TFNN, a diverging market for sure. And we'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 175, S&P's up 4. Let's go to our first question coming in. This is by email. This is from Jeff W., Jeff in Tennessee. Hoping your back is better today. I wish it was too. Thank you for asking. I'm interested in adding more shares of INVU for a long-term position, where it'd be a good support level to buy. So let's go take a look at INVU. INVU is the InvestView Inc. We can see by taking a look at the daily and weekly time frame, this thing has had one heck of a run the last 3 weeks. It's gone from basically down to the 13-cent level up to about 80 cents out here. If we take a look at what's going on a daily basis, we can see that price has gotten back inside its daily profile. So, Jeff, the ultimate buy, I'm not saying it's going to get back there yet until we do a full review, but the ultimate buy would be in about the 26-cent level, the bottom of that daily profile. No profiles to worry about for the weekly or the monthly time frame. Let's pull over my other set of charts out here, the daily, weekly, and 30-minute. When we take a look at the daily, we can see that price has pulled back, and it's testing its oscillator and change line. It's done at the last 4 trading sessions. So even though it's below one level of support, the top of its daily profile, 55, it's above another key level of support. A green oscillator and change line is very bullish. As long as price is above it, it tells you have a rising price oscillator above zero. That is a bullish condition. Granted, there's a battle at the 55-cent level right now because that's the top of the profile. If the problem is you're saying you want to add for a long-term position. The daily chart is really kind of a short-term chart out here, but this could be a level right now where you would be adding to any position. And if price closed below 51 cents, that's the oscillator and change line, then that might say, you know what, I'll just take a small little hit and I'll wait to see if price pulls back to the 26 or 38 cent level. Look, this thing could even pull back to 12 cents. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's going to, but that's its breakout area, is 12 pennies. The weekly chart, I don't believe, is going to provide us with much information. It really doesn't. What it tells us is it does have, I see wave number 7 out here, and suggests that price could pull back to that 29-cent level. Jeff, so that 29-cent level matching up with the bottom of that daily profile at 26 pennies. On a 30-minute chart out here, I see a Rhodes momentum indicator top, price pulling back to its second breakout level at 44 cents, which is held. No, actually, there's an A to B equals CD to the downside. So even though I don't draw that in here, you can visually see that. That was confirmed with this bullish engulfing candle, but price just moved sideways. So if I'm going to answer this from an intermediate term standpoint, we're going to say 29 cents or thereabouts. If I'm going to answer this based upon the daily time frame, you've got an opportunity right now at the 51 cent level. You're trading at 52 cents to go ahead and add to your position. So I hope that helps you out, Jeff. Best of luck, and thanks so much for writing, and have a terrific Tuesday. The next question coming in from our YouTube channel, and that is asking about UNFI. So as we take a look at UNFI, let's see if we can get this to post up on the screen. That's United Natural Foods. And the question is just a long-term outlook for Unify. So here's what we know, and let's just walk through this, beginning with the daily time frame. Price is trading with inside its daily profile. There's bullish in structure. The message of Unify, if it can close above 37.64, the center of its bullish structure daily profile, is a run to 41.37. On a weekly and a monthly time frame, price is above the profile, so that's the only resistance area right now is the center. By the way, the center of a profile is where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value. So 37.64, in essence, the high of today, the actual high is 37.63. That is where both buyers and sellers believe there was fair value. Because that center line is closer to the bottom, there's more buyers within the 35.15 to 37.64 versus 37.64 to 41.37. If the buyers can push above that center line, they typically have the energy to get up to the 41.37 level. You're asking about the long term. Well, there's an A to B equals CD pattern if we take a look at the monthly time frame. That pattern looks like this. The A point is down here in March of 2020. Not a huge surprise. The B point looks like it's actually just a few months later in May of 2020. Price pulls back, looks like to a low in November of 2020. Well, that didn't work. That didn't give me the A to B equals CD point. So Stevie's going to try to draw this in once more. There's your A point. There's your B point. There we go. And now here is your C point. So you're going to see that what price has done on a monthly basis has made the 1.272 level. So the monthly chart is suggesting a move up to 43.96. Let's take a look at the white background charts out here, see if there's any other temporary signals that could say there's a problem. I don't see one. This did top with a Rhodes momentum indicator top as well as a TD9 count. But prices held up pretty well. Prices trade above its oscillator and change on a daily basis, which is 36.57. So positive. If I look at I only have the 30 and the 60-minute chart. 30-minute chart not showing any kind of a top out here as we speak. 60-minute time frame chart showing us Rhodes momentum indicator top, but price holding both the top of its profile and its oscillator and change line. So it's really neutral for the 60-minute time frame. So back to the daily out here and the long-term view where this is likely headed to. Is that what the question was? Just a long-term outlook. Long-term outlook looks pretty good for Unify, United Natural Foods. I hope that helps you out. I believe that was for, EKS in the Tiger's Den. Didn't mean to do that. Instead, I think I was trying to do that. The next question that we have, this one coming in from HD. And HD wants to take a look at ticker symbol BTU. That is not Bachman-Turner Overdrive. This is Bachman-Turner Underdrive. It's actually Peabody Energy. And Peabody Energy right now is trading at 342. It's above the top of its daily and weekly profile. So BTU HD has resistance at the top of the monthly profile, and that is at 389. Let's pull this back. What's your further question? Would you please look at BTU, looking for an entry? So let's open up the white background chart, see what we find out here on a daily time frame. And this formed an A to B equals CD to the downside, piercing candle that confirmed it, then a bullish engulfing candle back in late March, early April, an entry point. So your entry point, with this being above the top of the daily profile, is going to be 330 to 322. If price closed below 322, then your entry point is going to be between 275 and 288. Now, I know you're saying, geez, great, thanks, Steve-O. Well, this is really the best that I've got. Now, the oscillator and change line is red. If it were green, it gives you a little bit higher probability. that a purchase price in the 322, 330 level would work. It still may work out here. It has a confirmed bottom pattern and prices above resistance. So you're really in the buy zone right now. Let's see what the 30-minute time frame chart has to tell us. The 30-minute chart, not much. No top. Price pulls back and does what? Test support. 336. It's been doing that during the last half hour. That's the bottom of its profile. Weekly time frame out here. The weekly time frame, if you're looking for a more intermediate term approach to this, even I think you got to go back to the daily. So HD, now would be the time to go ahead and pull that trigger. But I would consider just taking a small loss if you saw a close below 322 and consider re-entering at the 275 level. Hope that helps you out. Thanks much for writing in. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 165, S&P's up 5, NASDAQ 100 up 123. HD also wanted to take a look at U.S. Steel. So let's go do that. U.S. Steel right now trading out at 21.18, well below the bottom of its bull structured daily profile, suggesting a move lower. Now, from a profile standpoint, the move lower suggests a move down to 13.52 to 12.27. Those are the top of the monthly and weekly profile levels. However, what price is doing, it's really pulling back into its swing point. HD for March 25th has volume of 21 million shares. Price is pushing down into it so far with lighter volume. But price is likely going to go tag the 1861 to 2067 level. I don't recall your question. It's off my screen right now, but I'm just going to pull the charts over here and take a look at U.S. Steel. Today is going to be bar number 6 of a TD9 count, as price is pulling back into a prior swing point with what appears to be lighter volume. A TD9 count pattern could form to identify the next bottom out here. That TD9 count would not form until, say, 6, until Thursday through next Monday out there. So why don't we come and see if this pattern forms between Thursday and Monday. Get back to me, and we'll see if this is identifying a bottom or not. If it doesn't, other than these prior swing points on a daily time frame, those being about the what was this, about 1870 or so, then down around 1630, and then the next level would be 1118. That's a daily chart. The weekly chart shows the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, and now prices are below the oscillator and change line. Again, that just suggests pulling back to this, possibly the 16 area. You can see the TAS market profile is well below that. So we won't get there right now, but that's that's one potential. And on the monthly chart, that potential again gets us back towards that 1352 level. 30-minute time frame, you can see this is attempting to form a bottom, but price has not been able to take out any resistance. Resistance here would have been 2171 and 2242. So you don't really have a signal that this is the bottom, but you'd be looking for something like this HD, some type of bottoming signals on the shorter term time frame charts, a TD9 count on the 65-minute. 130 doesn't have a bottom signal just yet, nor does the 195. But that's what you'd be looking for, while the daily would be generating some type of bottom signal. So we don't have that in the case of U.S. Steel right now, and that looks like we should see lower price, but a potential bottom between Thursday and next Monday. So I hope that helps you out. Okay, I've taken care of all of the questions inside of the Tiger's Den. This next one comes in from Tom G. Tom, my apology here. You're asking for me to take a look at Doge, D-O-G-E, which is a digital wallet or something along those lines, and I do not get this signal. I don't get the throughput of information. So there's no way for me to get the Dodge for you. My apology. Your question, should you get in and hold longer? I don't, without looking at the chart, there's just no way for me to know. So my apology about that. Hope that, well, I know that doesn't help you out. But, it's a cryptocurrency. It doesn't matter. Can't pull up the symbol. So there's no way for me to provide any information out there. So what are we going to look at next? We've been through all the questions. We got about 4 minutes here in this segment. So why don't we go take a look at Goldilocks and see what gold is doing. In fact, let's just go look at, let me see if I can get this chart, if I do have it handy. Well, I've got it handy in a couple different ways. There's gold and the U.S. dollar. Let's see if we want to take a look at this one. Yeah, okay. So first I've got to shift. And stop sharing, start sharing, find that screen. Here we go. So the screen you're looking at now, the very left-hand side is the June contract for gold. The very right-hand side is the June contract for the U.S. dollar. What we can see here is that gold is trying to take on the top of its daily profile. That's at 1751.20 or thereabouts. Hasn't done that. At the same time, gold is trying to get up there. The U.S. dollar index is headed back to its breakout level of 91.77. If the U.S. dollar index is bullish, then it will hold 91.77. Now, this is going to be bar number 6 of a TD9 count. We know that TD9 count, it'd be bars number 8, 9, or the bar following 9. That could identify that pattern out here. So that has some potential to it. But if we do see a close below 91.77, we should see gold be able to take out 1751. But more importantly, it's got to take out about the 1760 level to then suggest that, okay, we've got a consolidation with a measured move. What do you mean by that, Steve-O? Well, let's go take a look at, let me get off of those charts now. Stop sharing. Let's come back to my black background charts and then go find the chart that I want to show you. What is that chart? That chart is this. Here we go. If you look at the very left-hand side out here, let me just for the heck of it get rid of the trend lines. Let me turn those off just for the moment over on gold. And that way you're going to see just the consolidation. So there is a clear consolidation pattern inside of Goldilocks. And if price can take out the high we're looking at is going to be 1758.30. What that would then generate for us is a measured move. That measured move of the consolidation would then say gold would likely target the 1840 level. Remember, it'd be equal to or greater than the consolidation. As far as the consolidation to the bottom, well, we'd have to be looking at price getting below the 1767 area. So there's a consolidation pattern. What we want to watch is the U.S. dollar index. We want to watch 91.77 because if the U.S. dollar index is able to close below that, that would give us an indication that we should see gold take out this consolidation. And if it doesn't take out the consolidation, it's got to make us say, something to think about. So that's what we see when we take a look at gold. If we look at gold, how it's trading in all the major currencies out here, trading a bit higher today, but it needs to still take out its recent highs in all those major currencies to suggest that there's going to be a sustained move to the upside out there. If I look at the short-term charts, so on the short-term basis, let's put that over here. Boy, this is really doing some jostling around here, but we're doing pretty good. Share the screen. Share the love, Steve-O. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah. So there's your 30-minute time frame charts. Now, in the case of gold, you can see this forms a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom at 3:30 this morning. And price takes out two TD9 breakdown levels. 1742.40, 1743.90. So this is suggesting to you and I price is headed to 1755.20, the next TD9 breakdown area. If we take a look at the U.S. dollar index on a 30-minute basis, I don't have a bottoming signal, at least not just yet. So gold should continue to move higher out there. So there's Goldilocks for us. Taking care of that, what do we want to look at next? Whoops. Let's get to a different screen here. Give me a moment to try to do that. Let's pull this back over here. Let's stop sharing. And let's come back to our main chart out here. All right, so we've got about 5 seconds or so before we start heading to our next break. And I'll surf around, or if there's some question that you want me to look at, some instrument, I should say, from someone in the Tiger's Den, go ahead and type that in. The YouTube channel, if you type it in our production department, we'll get that going for us as well. And you can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. We'll be back in just a moment.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We've got a caller on the line. That is John from New York. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Okay. How are you, Steve?
Very good. Thanks for asking. And Fidelity Covington Trust, I believe, is what you're calling about. It's an energy index trading right now at $12.89. How can I help you?
I called you a couple of weeks ago, and you said there was a buy at $12.97, but it could go lower than that. It looks like yesterday I think it hit $12.97, and it looks like it rejected it. It's going to go lower. What do you think?
Yeah, so yesterday it tested. So $12.97 was the TD9 breakout level. So that's where we know buyers are positioned. And it had been tested when we taken a look at it. It was tested back on the trading day of March 25th. Volume there was 1.9 million shares. Yesterday, price is pulling back with half the volume, but still closed below $12.97. And today is a second close. It's not clear to me. It's pulling back into this swing point with lighter volume. Again, that's March 25th. And the low there is $12.77. Odds favor at least that being tested. If price closes below $12.77, then that sets up an A to B equals CD to the downside, volume or not. If it is with volume, then that gives you a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside, and would suggest that price would be targeting 1168, 1114, maybe 1046. The next level of support on this, other than we've looked at the 1277, would be 1264. And that's the bottom of the weekly profile. If you were to see a close below 1264, certainly two consecutive closes, that would be signaling to pull back to the 1075 level. That is the top of its monthly profile. Let me pull over Fidelity Covington. Let's look at the white background charts. Let's look at the daily time frame. And we don't have any kind of a bottoming signal, meaning an A to B equals CD, a TD9 count, Rhodes momentum indicator signal. And this suggests, as long as price is below this 1297 level, that it should really pull back to 1223. So right now I'd have to say 1223 is more likely your better entry point into this. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
And if I look at the weekly time frame chart, price right now is taking on its weekly green oscillator and change line. That's priced at $12.99. We're 10 cents below that. A close below it this week is saying $12.65 for sure. But we have to see, how does price handle this $12.77 level? And I'd wait to really watch this and be a little bit more patient, or did you already step into it?
I stepped in yesterday, but I still have some money on the side.
Yeah, okay. So then the real key level for you to be watching, so the average true range on this is 33 cents. Your stop should be something like 33 times 1.618. I'm going to say that's 50 cents, below, in essence, where it's trading, let's say right now. And that your stop would get you then below the 1277 level out there. But if that's really the level you're watching is 1277. 1264, the bottom of that weekly profile. So you've got money at risk. I'd at least give it appropriate room, and I would say that stop should be below 1264. And if it close below 1264, odds favor that price is going to head lower to one of those areas that we had taken a look at. Maybe it's 1168, maybe it's 1114.
Okay.
Okay.
But today's action does make sense, though, right? Well, crude oil is up, natural gas is up a lot, and this isn't going nowhere.
So when you say crude oil is up, we have to take a look at it in perspective. What is crude oil doing? What crude oil is doing, if we take a look at the bottom left-hand panel of this chart here, we're going to see that it's just consolidating sideways, consolidating between 58.56 and 61.34. So a consolidation is just it's blah. You know, it can get pretty boring. Light sweet crude has been consolidating for several weeks, ever since I'd say March the 19th out here. So, nearly a month of just trading sideways. So I wouldn't take a look and say, hey, crude oil is up, so this should be up directionally speaking. I don't know what the correlation is. But if we just take a look what buyers and sellers are communicating to you about Fidelity Covington, they're saying, you know what, it broke a key level of support that should have held, 1297. I'm going to go test that swing point at 1277. And if I get below that, I'm headed lower. Could just be 1264 or could be 1168 to 1114. So that's what it's communicating to us right now. So you're in it, stay in it, and just watch that 1277, 1264 level.
Thanks, Steve.
You bet. And thanks for calling in. Good to speak to you. Hope to hear from you again. That was John in New York. We had a question in the Tiger's Den. One of our Playboys in the Tiger's Den wants to take a look at Playboy, PLBY. And this has been one of the unusual IPOs. What do you mean unusual IPO? Folks, basically this thing was an IPO back in September of 2020. And it has been a rocket ship higher. Hasn't really pulled back. Any of its pullbacks, if we look at the daily time frame, have just been tests of the bottom of these daily profiles. You can see them in action right here. Take a look at Playboy. That's really helpful to John in New York as we went through that, taking a look at his instrument there and saying, you close below the bottom of these profiles, this key level of support, it says, it communicates to us what its intentions are. Anything can happen. I can't predict the next moment. But what we can do is we use these tools because they help us understand where buyers and sellers are. This is our game board right here. And you and I, during this hour, have an unfair competitive advantage that others could have. Most people don't out here. So the question about Playboy is this thing ever going to pull back? Well, if it's like any other Playboy peak, it's not. It's just headed forward. But if it were to pull back, where would it pull back to? Geez, on the daily time frame, we don't have any signal of that. 29.93 to 27.97. I think that's wishful thinking, but it's possible. But no signal that that's going to take place. If I look at a weekly time frame chart, this is saying, hey, I've got at least 3 more weeks before I might even consider generating any kind of a topping signal. The monthly time frame, look at that. Is that a move? That is a gigantic move. And that is not telling me this is an exhaustive move or anything along those lines. So, Peak, I wish I had better information for you. It's the information that I have. What we do know is if ever does pull back to the bottom of a profile, well, then that would be your buy point. And if it closed below the bottom of a profile, well, that would be signaling to us a change in trend. Really just kind of the standard sentence structure that I seem to provide for each and every chart that we look at with regard to what its intentions are. Now, the cool thing is that if you watch the archives of this show, you'll see consistency, you'll see the price action, and that will help you to provide yourself with maybe a little bit more certainty, to the extent that in this game we play here that there is any certainty, but at least provide you with good, solid reasons to take whatever action it is you do decide to take. Okay, let's go take a look at the next question. This next one coming in from LB. And LB wants to take a look at ears. Took a look at that yesterday. Let's see if we can get this popped up here. Oh, we've got a call. I take that back. We're not going to that. We've got Earl in Seminole County. Is that where you're from, Earl?
I live in Seminole.
Seminole, the golf club?
No, I live in the city of Seminole.
Oh, didn't even. Well, okay, great. Is that in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm going to have to come visit. But hey, we're
right up the road from Tommy.
Yeah, hey, we're about to go on a break right here, but we're going to come back and look at Pan American Silver in about 10 seconds. Tell me what you're looking for here, and I'll prepare during the break.
I'm looking at it long term. I really think the silver and gold market is gonna do real well.
We'll be back to this break in just a moment, Earl.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, just $89, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Earl in Seminole, Florida, and we're taking a look at Pan American Silver, which on a longer-term basis has been trading inside a consolidation pattern since about June of 2020. So for nearly a year, this has been trading between the range of about $28.50 to $39.50 or thereabouts, about an $11 consolidation out here. What I don't have out here, Earl, is any type of indication to suggest that Pan American Silver is going to break the consolidation. If it does break the consolidation, you can expect about an 11-point movement either to the upside or to the downside. Do you already have a position inside Pan American Silver?
Yeah, I've got a small position, but I'm pretty well convinced that the gold and silvers are going to start moving. And I was just kind of looking for an entrance strategy and a way to play it with options where I didn't have to worry, where I could buy like a 6 month or a year out, at the money and hold it and just watch it. And I was wondering if you thought that might be a good strategy.
Are you suggesting that there is such a thing as a no-risk trade?
No.
Okay, good. Good.
I hope there is, but there isn't.
Yeah. So I think what you would be doing, first, we know we're in the consolidation. That was clear. We took a look at that last chart. 33.75 is resistance on the daily time frame. It's tested it the last 2 out of 4 trading sessions, hasn't been able to clear it. Don't know if it will clear it. If it doesn't clear it, we could see Pan American Silver pull all the way back to 29.84. I don't have an indication on my charts right now that that's going to happen, but if it did, that would be a place to add to a position, or certainly the bottom of that consolidation would be a place to add to that position, and that's in approximately the same place. It's around the 28.50-ish type area out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at the charts for Pan American Silver. And we've reached the end of the show. So thanks so much for calling in. And hopefully we'll hear back from you again soon. You bet. Folks, stay tuned. 2 more great hours, your favorite polar bear. David White, he's up next. After that, Tom O'Brien take us on home. I'll be back with you on Wonderful Wednesday. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks.